we're gonna make some Puerto Rican picadillo. As I mentioned before, I am doing a Benito Bowl Super Bowl. So all of my dishes will be Puerto Rican, or my take on Puerto Rican. So if you're Puerto Rican, don't come for me. Your girl just cooks with whatever she has and whatever she wants and whatever she feels. Anyways, so I have here a total of 6 pounds of ground beef. I'm using a lot of ground beef because I'm going to be using this picadillo to make papa rellenos and empanadas. So I'm not going to be adding olives to it because I don't eat olives. The only time I add olives to the picadillo is if I'm going to eat the picadillo with just like white rice and I can pick it out. So there will be no olives in this. So again, this is not authentic. This is just my recipe. Also, I'm working with what I have in my pantry. So I have no tomato sauce. We're going to be using a jar of marinara. You heard me. A jar of marinara. Okay. So to my pot, I'm going to add in the 6 pounds of ground beef. I like to use 80-20 because I like the fat content to it. You use what you want to use. But when I do this, I don't add any oil because the fat is going to come out of the oil. So that is why I also choose this. But if you're using a very lean beef, you want to add in some olive oil just so you can cook your beef and you don't want it to burn. This is quite a small pot for my beef, actually. But what are we going to do? At this point, while I'm about to break up my ground beef, what I like to do, I don't know how others do it, but while this is cooking in here, I actually like to season my beef right now. So I'm just going to use some Goya adobo and I'm going to season it right now. I feel like it gives it a better flavor than if I season it after. I don't know if it's just me. Comment below if you do the same thing or what your technique is. Remember, I'm not Puerto Rican. My husband's not Puerto Rican either. He's Ecuadorian. But I do enjoy Puerto Rican food. So I'm just going to cook this down, which is probably going to take quite some time since it's a lot of meat and a small pot. Okay, I've cooked like 60% of my beef already, but I like it to just like stay on the bottom and get a little char to it. I feel like it just gives it a better taste. That's why I also put the meat in first. To this, I'm going to add in, I have 2 whole white onions, 1 large jalapenos. If you don't like spicy, then don't use jalapenos. That's what I'm using.